Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You guys already know what it is. It's What If Deku Was X Virus Part 3. And if I am not correct, I left off right after the USJ attack. Basically, all the villains, well, the League attacked, and then our group of creepypastas murdered most of the villains there. And then Slender popped in and teleported them all away. Because why not? And I was thinking a couple ways of how I could, fit in our little the boys, our little creepypasta group into the back into the storyline. And I came up with a good one. So here's what's it gonna be. Our group of creepypastas. That's what I meant to say. Are on their usual killing sprees. And let's say they run into, like, say they just got done and we're heading back to the rendezvous point, and they run into the League. And by this time, Toga and Dobby have joined. So it's basically just Shiggy. Yeah, it's basically just Shigaraki. Feels like an alleyway and Shigaraki's just there. And everyone's just, everyone pulls their weapons on him. Like, Masky's just got his gun, like, pointed at him. Hoodie got his pipe. Toby got his hatchets. And X got his bat ready. And Shiggy's like, whoa, I'm just here to talk. And then like, Toby's like, what's there to talk about? And he's like, join us. And they join the League of Villains, and they're like, And Shigaraki's like, why? It's because we work for someone way better. I want to meet your boss. Okay, take us back to your base, and he'll be there. So basically, Shiggy comes back to the bar, and then Toga and Dobby see Hoodie, Masky, Toby, and X walk in behind him. And basically, Toby, sent Slender a message that someone wants to meet him. So the four creepypastas step back, and who appears in front of them? The one, the only Slenderman. And everyone's just like, Toga and Dappy about to like try to murder this dude. And then like Shiggy's like, hold up. Who? He's like, who is you? And he's like, I'm their boss. So, and Slender's like, so what's this about a deal? And basically the deal is that the creepypastas offer the League their services, but in return, they stay out of the creepypasta's way. They're just there to help out. They are not their underlings. They can't control them. They can do what the heck they want. So, well, people will just watch the sports festival for, like, let's just say, like, some of the like, they're back at the mansion, and what pops up, and they're just watching TV, and what pops up on the TV? The UA Sports Festival. That Bakugo Katsuki won the UA Sports Festival. And then one day, well, so the story plays out, and the story goes to normal. But there's a few differences. Like Ida's dead because Deku wasn't there to save Ida from staying. So Ida got a sword through his skull. What else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, that's the only one that I can think of. So training camp comes, and Slenderman basically kind of calls the group into his office and tells them that the League of Villains wants the group to attend a attack on on UA and a training camp, and then they're like, "Where's this location?" It's in the woods, about 10 miles from the mansion. And they're like, "Really? It's that close?" And plus, it's also in the woods, so they got home advantage because most of like Hoodie, Masky, and X are like always like either one lounging around eating food or training with it to get better outside in the woods, so they got home field advantage. They also murder people that wander into the woods, so they're killer at this. But there's no strings attached. The creepypastas can do whatever the heck they want. They could do nothing. They could do everything. So yeah. So the night of the attack happens, and everything plays out to canon, except that the creepypastas are there, and the Wow Wow Pussycats. If I'm not correct, one of them either died or I can't remember what exactly happens. But let's say Masky gets behind them and blows one of their brains out. And then Mineta, out of fear, runs off into the woods like an idiot. And what happens? He gets hit in the side of the head with a metal pipe by Hoodie, but he's still conscious. He's not passed out. Then what does Toby do? Well, Toby slams two freaking hatchets into Mineta's legs, freaking almost cutting them off because he's so freaking short. Then X comes in. He pulls out a syringe with this red glowing virus in it, and he injects it into Mineta's neck, and the virus quickly spreads into all over Mineta's body. And what slowly happens is that he slowly starts to melt into a frickin' puddle, and now he's just there, a steaming pile of fucking human. And let's say some of the League members, like let's say Compress gets in the creepypasta's way. So yeah, you don't get in these dudes' way. So what happens is Masky puts 2 bullets in his kneecaps. One bullet for each kneecap. And he's like, "Don't get in our way." Let's say Moonfish couldn't control himself. He was just feeding, like he wants flesh bad. So when he sees the creepypasta, he's like, "Flesh," and he sprints at them with shooting like teeth blades at him. And then these dudes are just like, "Yeah, we can't be having that." Toby pulls out his hatchets, and Hoodie gets ready with his pipe, and X gets his bat out, ready for this. And what they kind of do, they just smash all of his teeth. Like, Hoodie is making use of his pipe and smashing this dude's teeth in. Same thing with X and Toby. And once they finally get him pit, and once all of his teeth are gone, they X pulls out another virus. It's purple looking. It's got a purple color to it. He injects it into Moonfish. And Moonfish slowly starts to scream in pain. And basically what this virus does, it basically makes it feel like every organ in your body's slowly burning. Mostly starting with the brain and then slowly moving down, feeling your brain boil until you finally die from blood loss and shock. Oh, and then there's Muscular. Muscular wasn't informed that the creepypastas were going to be there. So he was thinking that these four heroes, he rushes at them. And he like tackles Toby. But Toby and once the Muscular gets off him, like Toby just gets up like it was nothing. Because, Toby can't feel pain. Then Masky starts unloading clips on Muscular, but they're not really doing anything. They're kind of just bouncing off. And then X is like, "Ugh, this is so boring." He pulls out 5 syringes, and he jumps, and he's on Muscular's back, and he takes all 5 of these things and shove them into his neck, pressing all the plungers down at once. Then Muscular slowly starts to scream and scream and scream. His body slowly starts to melt. Very slowly. He could see himself melting before his eyes. He coughs up blood and he falls to his knees. His legs start to melt. He screams and there's nothing left but a puddle. But then the pros finally spot the creepypastas. He's like Masky pulls out his guns. I'm about to shoot, about to unload on these guys. And what's his face? Bakugo comes out of nowhere and explodes Hoodie. Let's say he explodes Hoodie. And X is like, "Hoodie!" And he pulls out a syringe with this yellow-looking virus. And he jumps at Bakugo, tackling him to the ground and injecting this virus into him. And X is like, "Hey, Masky, check on Hoodie." Basically, what the virus what's his face? Why can't I say X ejected into Bakugo? It just makes him temporarily paralyzed. He's just stuck there. He's temporarily paralyzed. And all the league starts to retreat. And then they're like, well, it looks like it's time for us to take our leave. And they start running off, and Aizawa starts to chase them. And they start trying to fight Aizawa. It's like, it's time to go. Slender shows up and teleports them all 4 out of there before Aizawa can catch them. So, and then in the lasting point of it, they find 3 puddles, and they did DNA tests. So they found some blood. They found 2 puddles, and yeah. Wait, was it 2? No, it's 3 puddles. They found three puddles, and they took DNA test, and they found out one of them was Mineta, one was the villain Muscular, and one was the villain Moonfish. But that's gonna be it for this part, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Peace.